Hello everyone and welcome back to Python Adventures. So in today's episode we are going to talk about how can we make our environment Python friendly. But before that we'll have a little discussion about Python. So what is Python? Python is an interpreted object-oriented high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. Its high-level built-in data structures make it very attractive for rapid application development. It is simple, easy to learn syntax, supports modules and packages. Python interpreter and the extensive standard library can be freely distributed. So there is another question, why Python? Since there is no compilation step, the edit text debug cycle is incredibly fast. Debugging Python programs is easy. The debugger is written in Python itself. So the fast edit text debug cycle makes this simple approach very effective. So now let's check out the steps that you have to follow to install Python in your computer. Basically, I'm going to show you how can you install Python or make your environment Python friendly on Windows operating system, but you can also consider the same process for Linux or even macOS. So first of all, you have to install Python on computer. Then you have to install an editor, because to write programming commands you must need an editor, and this time we are going to use Sublime Text. And also to check the output you need a terminal, as we have the default Windows CMD, or even we can use the Windows PowerShell too. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. Okay, so first of all you have to launch any browser. That I am considering the Chrome browser. Then here you have to write Python download. So simply then you'll get the suggested website. Over there you can see that python.org is the original website for this Python. So click on it, download Python. Then you'll have this button, download Python 3.12.5. so it's going to show you the latest one. Okay, so this time this is the latest one, so I'm clicking on it. After clicking on this, your downloader will automatically show the download process. So you have to select this download button. That's it. I'm just selecting download. So you can see that it's already started downloading. Now next step is to download Sublime Text. So simply you can see that Sublime Text original website, the official one. You click on it and you'll have another download button for Windows. Click on it. Then you'll see the download option will automatically launch. So I'm selecting the same directory and just hitting on download button. Okay, so simple. So our Sublime Text is also downloading. Okay, just trying to minimize this Chrome browser. Then another thing that you have to check before installing Python, if your environment is already having the Python or not. So to check that, you have to run cmd to check if Python is already installed on your machine or not. It's so simple. Just simply type a command to check, like python ---- version. If you write this command and hit enter, you'll see if there is Python installed already or not. And see, there is no Python installed. That's why it's showing the result as Python was not found. So let me minimize it. So here it is. You can see that the Python executable file, a program file through which you can install Python on your machine. So now check out the steps that you have to follow. First, run it. Then you'll see this window. Here you have to check these two options: use admin privileges when installing py.exe and add python.exe to path. This is really important. Also, you can customize installation, like you can also check if the other facility, like any other libraries, is already checked or not. So it's already done, right? So go back and just hit on this install now. So if you click install now, Python will automatically install on your computer. So it's not going to take so long. It's so simple. Just wait a little bit. Okay, so as you can see that the setup was successful. That means your computer now have the Python support. So if I close this window, we launch our terminal as well. So go to start and again search terminal. Okay, then again write py ---- version and then hit enter. The same command, I mean you can write Python or even py in short. It's also give you the same result. So now you can see that Python 3.12.5 is showing, means that Python is already installed in this machine. Okay, so cool. So how can we test any Python commands in terminal? You can just directly write commands in terminal because terminal has this facility. You don't need to use an editor, but that is not convenient for the writing programming language like Python in terminal. But at least you can just check if it is working fine or not. Okay, to do so you have to go to the editor mode of Python. So just write Python or simply py and hit enter. Now you can see that before this cursor there is 3 greater than sign, means it is in the editor mode. Okay, so now you can write Python commands like, let's say we are going to use print command first to see if it is working perfectly or not. So I'm writing hello world, and if you hit enter you'll see the result, hello world. Wow, perfectly done, right? You can also work with some variables, say x equals to 1, then y equals to 2, then let's say z equals to x plus y, then let's say print the value of z is, you have to put that z over there, then hit enter. Wow, value of z is 3. Yes, so if you sum up with x plus y with the value 1 and 2, then obviously you're gonna get the value of z as 3, right? So yes, it's working fine. So now let's see how can we install our Sublime Text. So let's go back to our directory. Here you have to run Sublime Text executor, then hit yes, and you'll have this window over there. Now let's click on next, and you can check this one, add to explore context menu, then click next and click install. It's so simple, right? It's really simpler even than the Python installation. So after completing the Sublime Text setup wizard, then just hit on this finish button. So now let's check if we can run our Sublime. See, it's already available. So open it. So whenever you first open the Sublime, you will get this same window for the first time, just showing you some features of this version, blah blah blah. Okay, then close it. Then you can see that directly some PyDemo is showing there. So how can we just simply, you have to cross it over there, and let's try to make a Python file. It's so simple. If you press Ctrl S, then the save option will prompt, and there you have to select your directory. Say I'm going to create some Python file over this directory, that's why I'm choosing this one. And now let's say test1 is going to be the file name of my first Python program, and you have to write the file name with an extension like .py. As this all file, save as type is being selected, so you have to make sure you put .py after writing the file name. Okay, don't forget to do that. Then hit save. So your Python file is ready. Now you can write the same comment, say print, then put double quotation, and let's say hello world. And if you save it and go back to your directory and try to run your program that is already saved here as test1, see, there is a py file. if you launch the detailed viewer, so you can see it, that is a py type file, right? So how can we run this from here? We need a terminal like the cmd or even a PowerShell. I have already talked about it. So to do so, you have to press shift key on your keyboard, just press and hold it and right click over there. Then we'll get this option, open in terminal or even open in PowerShell window here. So let's say this time we're going to use this open PowerShell window here. So this is a similar type terminal though with extra features, So now you can see the directory has been already selected, our destination especially. So here you can run this program, but how? The process is so simple. You have to write down Python, then you have to write the file name properly. Let's say it was test1.py, the full file name with the extension. Don't forget to do that. Okay, check it out properly. So if you hit enter, then all the commands having within that file will be executed. So simple. You can see the result is here. So simple, hello world. So now if you change anything over there, say we can do the same thing, like x is equals to 1, y is equals to 2, then let's say z equals to x plus y, x plus y, then let's say print similarly the value of z is simply comma z. Now just save it and go back to your PowerShell and again run the same command and see, you can see the value, the result perfectly, right? So that was the basic of running Python on your computer after installing it perfectly. So I hope that this tutorial is going to be very helpful for the beginners, and I wish you best of luck for the next episode. So enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit like button and also comment, okay, because that is really important for me. Okay, so thank you so much. Bye bye. See you on the next video.